3, 2. We did it! Okay, we're live. So I'm playing around with new technology, as you guys can see, and you're probably not here yet, but I'm gonna talk anyway. So I'm playing around with new technology, and Daphne's kind of helping me through it because she's the social media guru. I'm not even gonna call her a guru. She's a social media firebomb. So she's kind of helping me, like, look here, look there, do this, do that. So welcome, you guys. I'm gonna look on Facebook and see what's happening because it is new technology and I have no idea what's going on. Okay, let me see. Where am I?
You already have people live.
Welcome, everybody. If you're here, say hey. Say hey, Shameca, what's up? Say hi to Daphne. She's here. We're going to be talking about, hey, Akila, welcome. We're going to be talking about her case study. We're going to be talking about her sales sprint that she just completed a couple of weeks ago, actually, and diving into that. So I'm super, super excited to have her here. And I'm going to have her talk about herself in just a minute, but I'm waiting on you guys to show up. What's up, Joe? Welcome. Hey, guys. You guys are like coming in. Hey, Valerie, what's up, girl? Say hey, say what's up. Let me know you're there. Again, using some new technology. So I'm kind of loving this interface because it lets me do a whole bunch of stuff that I'm usually not able to do. Hey, Ruth Ellen, what's up?
How are you?
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we're going to get started in just a minute. I'm super excited to have her here talking to you guys about this for a number of reasons. One, you know, she actually has done something that a lot of people think, you know, it's hard to do that, or some people think it's impossible to do. And here's what I know, that it's possible for everyone. There's just some small subtle shifts that you need to make. And so Daph's going to break all that down for you guys today as we talk about this. But before we get started, again, filing in, guys, say, hey, what's up? Let me know you're there. Yeah, there's a logo in the corner. How you like that? How you like me now? See that logo thing? I'm like, I'm trying out everything they got. This is really cool. So if you guys have not tried BeLive.tv to do your live stream, especially if you're doing like interview series or you're doing multiple guest speakers, like a telesummit or something like that, this interface is absolutely freaking amazing. So I would go check it out. I'm like, I hear something ringing in the background. I would go check it out like today. BeLive. Here, let me type it for you guys. Look, watch how cool this is. This is what I'm on. You could probably see it anyway, but I just want to type, so I'm gonna do it. If you're just joining, say, hey, what's up? Let us know you're there. Check this out. This is what I'm on.
Oh, it looks so nice. I love the color you picked out.
Isn't that cool? So you could totally brand it. It's got my brand color. So BeLive.tv is where you go to get this interface. It's amazing. I totally love it. All right. So I'm going to hide that, get back to normal, quit playing around. Shameca, get focused. People are here for a specific reason, right? So what's up, guys? I'm Shameca Tankerson. If you guys don't know me, I'm here doing a case study on one of my clients, Daphne LeBlanc. Say what's up, Daph.
It's so funny because I'm normally on the other side of BeLive. So I'm trying to keep looking. I'm like, oh, this is such a nice side of things to be a guest. I love it.
So it's my pleasure to press your edge of your comfort zone and have you be the guest instead of being the person leading. So today, guys, we're going to talk about how Daphne sold out her program with no ad spend, no sales page, basically no list. I'm talking about a teeny tiny list that, you know, you don't need all of that stuff. So she's going to talk about how she did that. And I didn't even talk about this, guys. She's actually well on her way at the 22nd of June, on her way to a 20K month this month. So we're going to dive into that today. Here's what I want to say. Like, Daphne, you know you're an anomaly, right? Most of my clients are, but you know that. Like,
yeah, and you see, as Akila just pointed out, I am such an introvert. So this is huge, like all of it. Just to keep taking it in as you're saying it, I'm like, oh my God, it really is real.
So we're going to jump into this case study right now, guys. But for the beginning, I just want to plug something real quick because I'm a sales coach, right? I'm a salesperson. So I want to give you guys a little hint of something that's coming up for me before we jump into this case study. I'm hosting a 3-day intensive coming up in August, and it's intimate. It's not a 20-person thing. It's not a 300-person event. And it's me walking you through exactly what it takes to sell high dollar programs, your high end, high ticket, premium price points, whatever you want to call it. And this is for you if you're already like making sales in your business. You know, you have to be making sales, otherwise you wouldn't have a business, right? You'd have an expensive hobby. But you're really, really good at what you do. And what you want to do is you want to take it to the next level. You want more control over your sales, more predictability in your cash flow. And here's what I want you guys to know. Let me do this. I'm going to play with another interface there so Daphne can her nose if she wants to.
Okay. I can't wait to see what you're about to do.
All right, so I just put it on the screen where it's just me, so you can do whatever you want to while I'm talking about this. But if you want more predictability in your cash flow and you want to take your sales to the next level, this is for you. And it's going to be life-changing and transformational. I don't do workshops just to put knowledge inside of you. When you walk into a room with me, when you leave, you will not be the same. You will not leave the same. This is completely going to change the way that you show up in your business, and it's going to change the way you get yes in your business so that your yeses becomes more immediate and more easy for you. So you'll hear me talking about this a little bit more and more in the coming weeks. 5 seats are already gone. So I'm only taking on 12 people in this 3-day intensive. So if you have the desire to sell premium programs or have more sales into your premium offerings, or even you've been asking yourself, do I even have what it takes? Do I have the ability to start charging a premium price point? Then that's what I want you to do is I want you to reach out to me. Actually, I'm going to give you guys something else to do. What I want you to do is if you know that this is something that you are interested in and you want more information, I want you to type, I need to be in the room. Shameca, I need to be in the room. If you want to be at the point where you're able to charge more and have people buy it without batting an eyelash, type in the comments, I need to be in the room, and I'll message you with more information about the next steps that you need to take so that you can be in the room with me. This is the place to be if you want to sell premium price points so that you'll never have to question, will people pay me that again? If you're asking yourself, where do I find clients who are willing to invest at that level of working with me? Where do I find my 10K sales, my 20K sales, my 50K sales? This is where you want to be. You know, somehow we've made up this idea that people who invest at that level hang out in a certain place or they look a certain way, that there's this elusive purple whale type people who are out there that are willing to invest. And I'm here to tell you that your premium clients that will invest with you at a highest level and not even think twice about it are all around you. And you're going to learn a little bit about that from Daphne today. We're going to talk about some of those things. So if you know that you've been limiting yourself and you know you want to sell at a premium price point, just type, Shameca, I need to be in the room. And then I will make sure you get that information. Listen, here's the deal, guys. What I've learned and what I know about selling at a high end or selling your premium programs, and I've done it for myself and I've done it for other people, and I've taught my clients how to do this too. It's not really about the strategy. Most sales strategies out there, unless somebody's teaching you how to be slimy and teaching you slimy tactics, work. You can take anybody's scripts and go make sales. What doesn't work is how you show up in your business. So it's not about what you need to do. It's about who you need to become. And these 3 days are about you leaving, becoming that person. We're going to dig into your roadblocks, the mindset shifts that you need to make. I'm going to make you face your fears when it comes to making big money in your business. We're going to do stuff that's going to push you to the edge of your comfort zone. And the best thing that we're going to do is after I teach you all of this, after I teach you the sales strategy, we're making money in the room, baby. We're going to get on the phone and we're going to make sales. I'm going to be right there with you, coaching you all along the way. Nobody's leaving without making money. So, Shameca, I need to be in the room. Enough about that. Daph, you ready?
I'm ready. I was going to tell them they all need to be in the room. If they're listening, like they need to be in the room. So technically it says that we have like several people on. You should have several comments in there that says, Shameca, I need to be in the room.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not playing. Like this is the stuff I know like the back of my hand. And here's the deal. What I'm transferring is, yeah, there's knowledge. You can go get knowledge on how to sell from anywhere. But what I teach you about courageously being you and showing up for people and taking a stand for people and like pushing past that comfort zone of like, should I do this? Should I not do this? That's what changes the game for you. So we're going to talk about this real quick. Daph, let's do this. Why don't you tell the people who you are?
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to come out of my introverted self for a second here, which is a great example, I guess. I'm Daphne LeBlanc. I am a social media strategist and coach over at Cafe and Laptop. It is a Dallas-based social media training company, but because of the World Wide Web, I train people all over the world. I launched can I tell them about the program I just launched?
Yeah, tell them.
Oh, all right, yay, okay. Okay, so working with Shameca, I have to tell you, she completely pulled me out of my comfort zone and was like, okay, this is your zone of genius. You need to go make sure the world knows about this zone of genius. We launched a program, and less than 7 days, we sold out. I say we because, yes, I know I did it, but honestly, with your help, Shameca, it helped me. It wasn't about helping me master what I already knew. It was helping me master my mindset and those sales tactics that were really, really important. And I don't think people recognize how important those things are. Literally within 7 days, it was sold out. And that's really, really exciting. So outside of doing social media coaching and training, I also do social media management, but more on, like the phrase that we like to use is high end. I don't do social media posting. I do social media management, which is a very different thing. That's a little bit about me in a nutshell.
Thanks for sharing that. What's the name of your program, by the way?
Oh, come on now. We still don't have a name.
Oh, we don't have a name. We didn't name. Okay, so this is cool. Like, this is not a bad thing. So the reason why we're doing this case study, guys, is to share with you guys all the crap you think you need to sell, and you need to sell at high dollar. You don't need that. So she sold out a program, and it doesn't even have a name. I forgot we didn't name it. It doesn't have a name. It wasn't completely created. We'll talk about all this in a minute, but I wanted to go back to something else you said about me helping you with the strategies around sales and mindset. So what she didn't tell you guys is, like, I was in her ear the entire 7 days. Like, every time she would do something, I'm like, now do this, now do that. And that's what my 7-day sprints are all about, right? It's about you having the ability to see that you can make money anytime you freaking want to. Mm-hmm. Would you say that that's true? Like, you figured out, well, if I want to make money, I can just do this every single time.
Oh, yeah. Did Akila say the name of the program is? I love it.
Did she say, oh, it's the social? She said the name of the program is the social. Here, let me show you guys what she typed. The social media program without a name.
I love it. I love it. That's what we should call it. That's what it might be called. It's the social media program.
All right. So I want to talk about a few things. Of course, we're going to talk about mindset because I really think that's what the people need to hear. Let me go down to my notes. So you told everybody what you do. She does social media. So here's what I want to say to anybody out there who does social media, because I do come across people who teach social media a lot, and they really think they can only sell, in a certain way. Well, people are only willing to pay $300 a month max or $500 a month max, and all of these stories. And, I'm like, look, just put a course together. And they take forever to try to put a course together. And Daphne's course, you did week 1 already, right?
Yep, we did week 1, and okay. I already got rave. I think I posted up one of the reviews already about week 1.
Yeah. So this is what I want to share with you guys. She sold the program before the program was completed or created. What we focused on is the results that people get. So I said, hey, Daphne, what is the thing that you hear your people saying over and over again that they need support with? And she was like, they're confused about social media. So I was like, okay, well, that's what our messaging needs to be around. And so we created the messaging and the results for the program. And then we just hit the ground running, making the offers and putting it out there. So Daphne, I want you to talk about a little bit about the mindset that you had to be in order to make that work. Because I think that's what stops a lot of people. They spend months putting their courses together without even knowing if somebody will buy it. And we launched this as a beta program so that we can test the market and see if they would buy.
Yeah. I think what's most important is it really is that mindset, and you have to jump. I mean, I've heard it so many times, but you have to do it. You have to put on this hat, this illusion, whatever it is that's going to work, but you have to figure out, where is it that I want to be? It's like, okay, I want to be this is where I see myself in 5 years. Well, then you better start acting like that person you want to be in 5 years. Yeah. Okay? Because no one is going to buy from you if all you keep doing every single day is thinking about what I want to be in 5 years, because 5 years is going to come and go. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy the way that I'm able to talk now, but even that buzz in my ear, like, yeah, Daph, keep going. You're going. Put this hat on. You got it. Keep going. That was so needed, because it's like, yeah, you can hear it once and you're great once, but you need to consistently hear it and consistently practice it. It's a big deal to constantly work on that mindset. Because if you stop, you're just going to go right back to where you need to be. And when I did this sprint, I had to put this hat on. This is who I am. Okay, that's nice. I'm an introvert, but I can be an introvert and still make money. It's like I can be an introvert and still tell people this is what you need to do for your social media. I can be an introvert and do all of these things. I didn't want to use being an introvert as an excuse.
I like that. So wait, I want to do this real quick because Joe said this is what the name of your program is. He said, oh, badass, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Oh my God.
So this is what I want to share with you guys. I want to go back to this, who you need to become. Because Daphne said, hey, I need to put on the hat of the person who I want to be in 5 years. And what happens is a lot of times people are like, well, you know, you don't think, I tell people a lot, who you're being is what's selling. Yeah. And so if you have second thoughts about whether or not you can get somebody a result and you show up in that way, you're not saying, hey, I suck, but energetically you're saying I suck. And so people don't bite your offers. And so when you take on this mantle, when you take on the Beyonce effect, right? When you take on the Sasha Fierce and say, hey, this is who I am and I know my stuff. You don't have to say it. It shows up in who you're being. And so case in point, you told me this the other day, Daphne, you were like, somebody sent you a message or typed in one of your live streams, what have you been drinking?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They were like, what are you drinking? I want some of it. Whatever it is, just tell me. Is it something? Because I always notice you have a cup of coffee. What's in your coffee? And I was like, nothing. It's still coffee.
Yeah. So let's talk like real, because everybody comes on and they give you case studies and they talk about stuff and you're like, okay, that's great for you. But let's talk about the real about what was going on in your mind. And we're going to start from you making the investment to hire somebody to support you in this way, all the way through, like, okay, you hired somebody to support you and they're like, you're an introvert, and they're like, go real extroverted, right? Real fast. So let's walk through some of the feelings and emotions and how you had to make decisions in your mindset shifts to get there.
Okay. I'm going to start with something that you said to me, and I thought you were crazy, Shameca. Just going to throw it out there. Shameca asked me, she was like, what would be like your ideal amount of money to make a month, right? And I was like, man, I want to make like 20K a month. Like, she didn't flinch. She was like, what else? I was like, what do you mean, what else? She was like, no, what else do you want? And I was like, no, honey, I'm still talking about the 20K a month. So already I was like, this woman's crazy. I like her, but she's crazy.
A little bit.
But it was that. And also, once it was weird because, you know, we all talk about making a decision. I'm making this decision to do this. I'm making the decision I'm going to grow my business. That's my decision. It's kind of like, you know, the New Year's resolutions. This is a decision I'm making. But when you put an investment to your decision, there's something that propels you. I don't care what anyone tells me. There's a very big difference between saying I made my investment of $27 and I'm going to go all out and making an investment of whatever the amount is. You know, you have to figure out what that investment is going to be because it does scare you. So that was one of the feelings I had, straight up fear. You know, but I also had excitement. It was like, holy cow, I made this decision. I'm just going to go with it. I don't have an option. Like, there is no plan B. My plan A is to succeed, and that's it.
Yeah. So you made the investment, and that was like fear hurdle number one, right? Like, okay, I'm about to do this. Now what? And so we show up, and I'm mapping out your sales sprint. And yeah, you said you wanted to do 20K. I think you actually in the beginning said you wanted to do 10K. And I was like,
I think so. But
I'm
then
like,
you looked at me like I was crazy. So I was like, okay, 20 would be good.
Yeah, I was like looking at your business and looking at your model, and I'm like, that's easy. Like you could do 10K today if you wanted to. So that was
Yeah.
what was going on in my mind. So, okay, so we get to this hurdle of I've made this investment. And so here's the deal. People make the investment and they get so overwhelmed with fear that they get stagnant, right? You made a decision that that investment was going to drive you because there was no turning back. You had to make back your investment. You had to make some money, right? So we decided to do a sales sprint strategy. You come to the session and we map out the strategy. Now, let's talk about the first couple of days. So I give you a strategy, and what's happening the first couple of days? Are you killing it?
Well, okay. So first off, the first day, it kind of felt like I was still in a dream. I'll be honest, because it was like, all right, she wants me to do what? And I just did it. The first day was kind of surreal because it was like, oh, okay, I did it. And I moved on. Like I was like, all right, we're just gonna, put that in the back burner. I did it. But the thing is, it got really real like day 2 and day 3. And I think day 3 was one of those moments. It was like, oh my God, I still have to keep doing this. And I think that's when you even sent me a message that was just like, hey, Daph, you got it. You got it. Or I forgot what you told me, but you told me something. I think like I was about to hit a block or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, that's right. That's what I'm about to happen. I can't let that happen. But for people who are listening, by day 7, it felt normal. Like it just felt like, oh, I can do this. I got this.
And
even though
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Even though I think I was supposed to stop at day 5, and then you were like, can we get on a phone call real quick? I know we're at day 5, but we still have 2 more days. I was like, I know this chick is crazy. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah. So I want to kind of map this out for people because this is what I know. And here's the difference between someone who knows, who has done something. So you see people all the time that are like, oh, I had a 50K month and I want to show you how to do it too. It's one thing for me to do it, but I can do it myself. But I can show you guys, and here's why. Here's the difference. Is I've done this so many times with other people. I know when the walls come. I know when you're going to hit the wall. I know when your self-talk is going to kick in. And so this is what happens. First 2 days, she's not really making sales, but she's making offers every day. That's the thing that she's doing that's outside of her comfort zone. Is she's selling every day. Every day she's saying, buy from me. Every single day, right? And so day 2, day 3, I know she's thinking no one's bought yet. So, and this is where most of you stop. You go, okay, something's wrong with my offer. Something's wrong with me. This feels uncomfortable. So I'm just going to go crawl under a rock. I only have 2 people on my live stream. Whatever the case may be, you let your negative self-talk take you out of the game. And so a month passes by and you have no clients because every time you start to get traction with the strategy, you back up. Right? So I let her go through her first 3 days. She started making sales. So she had sales coming in. And I knew by the time she hit day 4, she was thinking, okay, this is enough. I've asked enough times because that's the wall that you hit. It's like, okay, this is uncomfortable. I've pushed myself enough. And that's when I said, by now, you're probably thinking that you probably want to stop. Like, it's okay. Yes. It's good enough.
And yes.
Slow down.
Yes, I was.
And I said, keep going, because I could see the momentum. I could see the excitement in the people following. So keep going. And this speaks to the importance of having people in your corner, right? To help support you when you're trying to do something that's really big and outside of your comfort zone. By the time she hit day 7, sales are rolling in. Day 10, 11, 12, she is still selling this freaking program and she's not really doing anything to do it. She hit finally the gold mine, the snowball effect. It's working, right? So I want you to tell people what you want to tell them about this process. Like if somebody else is in your position or was in your position, or they're in the position where here's the deal. You had clients, right? You were making sales. We're not going to talk about your rates and what was on your pages. We totally got rid of that crap. It was like, okay, I'll tell you guys. I'm going to tell on Daphne. Behind this comment. I'm going to tell on Daphne. Daphne had something on her page was like $95 for a session with her. I was like, girl, that's got to go. So of course we removed all that stuff and raised her rates. But I want you to tell somebody who's possibly in your situation. They have clients, right? They're not totally devoid of clients. They make some money, but they want to be in control of their own income. And they're at this crossroads where they know that they're the ones that are in the way. Like it's them. There's something going on with them. There's something about what they're doing that's blocking their ability to get more sales and to get clients at that higher level end, which we haven't even talked about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But what would you say to them?
Whoa, okay, yeah, someone just said, ooh, she said so much. There is a ton. Okay, here it is. One, it sounds easier said than done, but get the hell out of your own way. Okay. Number two, you need to hire somebody, because we can talk ourselves through a whole lot of stuff, but a lot of times talking to yourself, you stop. You just, because we can't see what's directly in front of us. And that's why you need somebody by your side. Like, straight up, you really need somebody by your side when it's not easy every single day. But you need somebody who's going to kind of every single day say, hey, you got this. Hey, you got this. This is how you can work through it. So what did I say? I said, make sure you have someone by your side. Get out of your own way, because it's not easy, and even if that means that I'm going to get in my way after I've made myself visible, get in your own way after you made yourself visible. If your goal is, I got to do 5 Facebook Lives, every day after your Facebook Live, crawl under your desk and cry, wake up the next morning and do the Facebook Live again. Because you know what? People will see it. And when people see you show up, people who have been looking for you over and over again start showing up. And they show up in different ways. And that's also something I would tell you. Start being observant of how people are showing up for you, that are trying to let you know they need you, but they're scared to even say it too. So you can't have 2 people that are scared, because then no one's going to make a sale. And Shameca, I hope this one's okay, is I want to tell people it's okay to ask for a freaking sale.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the hardest things for me, and also coming out of my comfort zone, which was a big mindset shift, because there was one point where you actually coached me through doing the sale. Because there was, in the beginning, and this is a great transition. In the beginning, when I first started doing it, I'd be like, okay, buy from me. That was the end. By day 4, I was like, here is why you need to buy. This is what you need, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, I thought my sales pitch was better than even the doggone presentation. But it helps, because the more you practice, the better it gets. In the beginning, it isn't easy. But literally by day 4, I was like, I got this. Okay. All right. Tell me what else I need to tweak. So
yeah, I find that so often when it comes to time to make the sale, we're so uncomfortable in that moment that we gloss over it. We're like, here's a link, buy for me. All right, on to the next thing. And we don't give people the opportunity. Think about any time you needed to make a decision, especially to make an investment in something for yourself or for your business. It's a decision. And so if you can walk people through what they're thinking and make sure they understand, you're probably thinking this, but here's why you want to join this program or be here. And I'm like, that should take 5 to 10 minutes of whatever you're doing, minimum. Like, you shouldn't gloss over it. And you have to be willing to be even more uncomfortable than they are when it comes to the point of the buying decision, because you are taking a stand for their bigger future, their bigger version of themselves, their legacy that they want to leave for their families, right? That's what you're taking a stand for, their health, their life, whatever it is. I don't know what you sell, guys, but that's really what needs to happen in that moment, is get out of yourself and out of your own comfort zone and say, you know what? I know what I have works. I know what I'm doing is worth the investment, and I know I can help people get from point A to point Z. And I'm willing to stand here, walk through this process with them. And the more you did that, right? The more you did that. And literally, I was in Daphne's inbox like, nah, don't do that again. Yes. Like, you need to take more time to talk about it. And the more she talked about it, the more time she spent on her offer, the more people were willing to buy. People were even coming back and buying from her that she had had conversations with that didn't buy.
Yep. That was going to be another thing. I think one of the things that helped a lot, and I recognized it as you and I were working with mindset and sales, was that you made me do one live stream that was just the sale. Not on day 1, of course. I think it was like day 5 or 6. You were like, okay, I think now you're ready to just go and just sell. I was like, hold up, but it's not a lesson. And you were like, no, you're not going to do the lesson. You're just going to practice. And that also helped me. It helped me not just do it on a live stream, but also when I have sales conversations today. because it really did take me out of my comfort zone. I wasn't allowed to teach about social media. I was actually saying, here is the program that I have. Here is how it will operate. These are how many people are going to be in it. This is the benefit to you. These are the people I'm looking for, and then again, this is what I can do for you. And then actually sell the program. That's a big deal. It's not just, here's a sales page, go to my sales page. I hope you like it.
Right. And there wasn't a sales page. So I'm going to write this, guys. No sales page.
And I didn't do any Facebook ads.
No ads. There was no pomp and circumstance, guys. What else do people do? No webinars. Right?
There was no opt-ins. I had no opt-in. So it wasn't like an opt-in for get this and then no, there was none of that.
Right. And so a lot of times we're trying to overcompensate for what we feel like we're lacking, or that we have to prove to people that we're worthy of being invested in, like buy my stuff and here's why. And so we were like, okay, I need to make it pretty. I need to get the branding. I need to get the landing page. And 3 months have gone by and you got no sales, right? And your program's not launched. And here's the reality about most of you, all of you who are on here right now, because I'm looking through here and I pretty much know everybody. You are the bomb. You're an expert at what you do. You know your stuff. If I were to sit you in a room with somebody and say, okay, now teach. Or they have this question, now answer. They have this problem, now solve. You could do it without batting an eyelash, without thinking. Yet when it's time for you to go out there and put yourself out there, you act like you're a novice. Like you have to prove to somebody that you know your stuff. So you don't need all that stuff to back you up. We didn't even really have a payment page. It was like, hey, contact us. And then once you got on the phone, then it was like, okay, here's the link to pay, right? So I want you guys to understand this. It doesn't take all of that to make sales. And if you're in triage mode right now where you do need to make sales in your business, the number one thing that you need to do is focus on making sales.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be your focus. You need to be making offers every day, twice a day, I don't know, 5 times a day, whatever. And I'm not talking about slimy, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. I'm just inviting people, like, here's how you can work with me. Here's why, right? And tell them what the next step is and do it consistently. You're so busy trying to list build and I don't know, brand build and all this other kind of stuff that stuff is taking you far, far away from the bottom line of your business is sales. You do not have a business unless you are making money. Making money. There was something else I wanted you to share, Daphne, about, let me look at my notes.
Okay.
About this process for you, because we didn't have all of that stuff. Oh yeah, let's talk about the money. So we don't have to go into too much detail about like exactly how much money you made, but here's the deal, guys. When Daphne came to me, she was like, first it was like, oh, I said, where do you want to be in 6 months? She's like, oh, if I could be making $10,000 a month, that would be amazing. And I was like, okay, we can do that. That's no brainer. I can promise you that, right? Kind of thing. That's how simple it was from where she currently was to get there. But in her mind, she didn't see it, right? And so then we started to put something together. And here's the thing that I started to let her know. You could do a 20K month easy, like month after month after month, be at 20K. And you can do that with 4 or 5 clients. What she was doing was looking at her current business structure, her $95 sessions, and trying to figure out how to get more of those people in the door. And I said, look, let's focus on your high-end offer and create something like in the middle, for people who are not ready for that yet. And let's just keep the high end where it is. And so now we're at the point where we're coming on, I don't know, we have one more week and it will be 30 days, right?
Yep.
Is that right? It'll be 30 days. And she's like, I don't even know, she's a couple of $1,000s away from a 20K month this month, when she thought it would take 6 months. So
yeah, because now you're gonna make me change my goals. I'm just letting you know.
So I want you to just talk to them about this transition for you, this realization that, one, you can get really high dollar sales. And I'm talking Daphne's selling basically a 50K program and a 30K. So you got 30K, 50K. We've got I'm trying to think of the numbers. 10K, I think, something like that, somewhere around there, and then something that's like $1,000. So let's talk about the shift you had to make to realize that you could just go out, because once you said yes to that, opportunities started showing up.
Oh, big time. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I remember, I think I even inboxed you. I was like, I don't know. Once you allow yourself to receive, people just keep coming and they keep coming and they keep coming. And also, it's a whole lot easier now to say no to people who think that they're going to pay me like
Yes.
nothing for a service. And I think that's a huge shift, because when you have a mindset that you're thinking, okay, I'm going to charge $95 for all my services. So that's why I thought you were crazy. How does this woman think I'm going to make $20K, $95? I might never sleep. 95 divided into, you know how many clients that is? That's just insane. That just can't work. But then it was recognizing that, and I've heard this before, but I recognized it. And I don't know, I think it might be even easier. I've often heard that it's just as hard to make that $95 sale than it is the $5,000 sale. And I never believed it. I was like, these people are just crazy. But here's the deal. After this sprint, I feel like it's easier to make the $5,000 sale than it is the $95 sale. Yeah. Like, it's easier. Because what happens is that once that $5,000 sale comes in, people already know that you're a high-end person and this is what their expectation is. So when they're contacting you, they already know what level of service that you're going to provide.
Yes. That's so good.
And they're just like, yeah, okay, so someone connected us, blah, 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 let's have a conversation. So at that point, they want to know more, and I want to know if we're a fit, more so than anything else. So I think that was one of the big shifts when it came to dollars. Initially, it was scary when you were like, because I think what is it, a week or two ago, you were like, Daphne, I still see your prices on there. I was like, all right, I'm going to delete them now. It was a shift for me where, I remember looking at it and pressing that delete button was a little scary. But it felt good. Like, it really, really felt good. And now on my sales calls, I don't stutter when I give my prices. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is the 3 ways that you can work with me. This is how much sometimes, because I don't normally tell them my prices until they tell me. But when they tell me, okay, this is what I want to do, I tell them and I just wait. Because I feel I'm so confident in my pricing now, where I wasn't confident before. And they were so much less.
That's such a good point. When you say, I want to sell high end, or I want to have premium, I want better clients, right? But then you're focusing, you still have $95 on your website, you're sending a mixed message.
Yep.
And so that message is, inside, you're like, I want clients, but on the outside, you're like, I'm too afraid to say that this is how much because no one's going to pay it, right? No one's going to buy from me. When you want it, guys, shut it down and focus on only that.
Yep.
Focus on bringing in high-end clients. And guess what? The opportunities will show up. So Daphne has gotten an opportunity to be contracted to teach at a local college, paid to teach, not like, to teach social media at a college. Another big client came in for her highest end offer because she's now open and receptive and not closed fist thinking, okay, I've got to have these eensy weensy teeny tiny prices so that people will show up and want to work with me. So if I can give you guys any message right now, that would be it. That would be it. It would be like, if you desire to raise your rates, then freaking go ahead and raise them, but don't try to straddle the fence. Right? Don't try to have a toe dipped in high end just in case, and then a toe dipped in like, I'm doing the, $7 ebook, sell up to the $97 to the $197. It's 2 different worlds, guys. Totally 2 different worlds. And your focus needs to be on your highest level of service, because it is totally easier to hit a $20K month with 4 clients at $5,000 than it is to hit a $20K month with, I don't know, somebody can do the math, however many clients at $97. Okay. So while you guys are like doing your 97 upsells and hoping to get hundreds of thousands of people in there, I'm selling 10K, 20K, 30K programs. Daphne's selling, 50K, 10K, 5K programs, right? I want you guys to think about this in your business. And if you have something inside of you right now that's like, but I can't, I don't even know how, I don't know where to begin, then reach out to me. Reach out to me. Okay. Maybe you need to be in the room in August, because you can. You absolutely can. You would not be attracted to me. You wouldn't have been attracted to this webinar if you didn't have the skills to pay the bills. Mm-hmm. You just need somebody in your corner that's going to brainwash you into believing in yourself. That's what you need. L'Oreal is like going to church, so I'm just like posting all of her stuff. She's like, yes, oh my gosh, yes. There was a question earlier, but I wasn't sure. And Danielle, I don't know if you're still here, but you asked where are the offers being made?
Oh,
if you can clarify what that question is, if and I think and Daphne, you can answer this too, but I think that you're just asking like where are we making the offers? So one, she did some live streaming, and then two, in the sales conversation. So if you have anything else you want to add to that, Daphne, you can.
I did during the live streams, I did via sales calls, and I did some. I didn't really complete the sales conversations, but I asked for the sales conversations on my email list, which was minute. I think my email list is like 450. That's, I think, mm-hmm. for people who wanted to know.
Yeah. So basically, guys, you're asking for the sale anywhere. So your offer, I'll just put this out there, guys. Your offer, when you don't have sales on your calendar, if that's not your focus, when you wake up every day, that should be your focus. If you don't have that, what you should be doing is making an offer for people to book a conversation with you. That's pretty much what you're doing. And yeah, there's some little bit of strategy to how we do that in a way that gets people to raise their hands and not only say, I need that, but to raise their hands and say, I'm willing to pay a premium to experience that with you, Daphne, to experience that with you, Shameca. So that's what I do, is I help you really connect to that message about what you do. So people get it and they're willing to raise their hands and pay a premium to experience it. So Daph, I have one more question for you, and then you have something for everybody, right?
Yeah, and I have one more thing that I'd like to tell people if possible.
Okay, so here's the last two things I was going to give to you. So I'm just going to have you just take it over right now. But the first question was this: what was your biggest lesson of all? And then again,
what I was going to answer. Yay.
Okay, so that's where we're going to go. Biggest lesson of all, and then final words for people, and then we're going to give them your gift.
Okay. Biggest lesson. You need to straight up have more sales conversations. Like, that should be the foundation of your business. Don't let a sales page be the foundation of your business. Don't let a pretty website be the foundation of your business. Don't let someone else be the foundation of your business. Sales conversations need to be the foundation of your business, because if you're not making these sales and making these sales conversations often, one, you don't know what the hell your people want because you're not talking to them. Two, you're not asking for the sale. And if you're not asking for the sale, then you're not in business because you're not making money. And you could also be losing out on the fact that in these sales conversations, you're also learning at times that your prices are too low, which means that you could be charging more. And you don't know any of this if you don't have the foundation of sales conversations in your business. So to me, it's probably one of the most important things. And I know when I was looking for you, Shameca, which is what I wanted to tell people, I knew firsthand, I was like, I need to work on my mindset. And I need to bring in more money. How do you bring in more money? You need to know how to sell.
Yeah.
So you have both of those.
Yes.
So
that's my wheelhouse. That's what I do.
That's what you do.
That's what I do. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for like opening up your business to the world. You know, everybody's not willing to share. Like, I don't want people to know my business, but I think we a rising tide lifts all ships. We grow together, right? If we can tell the real about what's going on behind the scenes, like, it's great. Yeah, Daphne did it. She knocked it out of the park. But what was really going on behind the scenes that made that work? What was going on in her mindset? You know, what decisions did she have to make on a regular basis, on a daily basis to make that work? And guess what? She's become someone new. And she's continually becoming. So thank you, Daphne, so much. And I know you have a gift for the people. So she has something for you guys. I think it is 5 lessons that Daphne learned on her journey to selling out her program, to a sold out program and a 20K month. And that is available. I'm going to type it in.
Do you have the link, Shameca?
Yeah, you gave it to me. I think it's bit.ly/5 lesson guide. I'm going to put it in so you guys, there's no question about it. I'm loving this Be Live thing. So you guys will see me on here a lot more. Okay, there it is. So that's where you go get it. And you can hear Daphne's inside scoop of the lessons that she learned to doing this, because deciding to focus on sales and making money in your business is not always easy if you haven't been used to doing it. If you've been used to waking up every day going, I gotta be visible, I gotta be visible, my brand, my website needs to be this color, my freebie needs to look like this, and you're doing this constantly over and over and over again on this hamster wheel of the activities you need to do in your business, and there's literally only 2 things you need to be doing in your business every single day, and that is booking sales conversations and delivering them. That's it. And your marketing, you're getting your message out there is the way that you get people to book the sales conversations. That's the only activities you need to do to make money in your business. I know too many business owners who have multi-million-dollar businesses who don't live stream every day, who don't do all the things that these people out here, lots of people are telling you that you need to do to make money in your business. They don't do any of that. And they have multi-million-dollar businesses. I myself have built a multiple 6-figure business without any of that stuff, right? And when you get to a certain point, then you can add leverage and automation and all of those things as strategy. But right now, guys, the number one skill set you need in your business is need to know how to close a dang sale. And so again, in August, that's what I'm doing. That event is called The Close. We're going to annihilate all the blocks and the mindset stuff and the fears that are stopping you from really putting yourself out there and making offers on a regular basis and making big, bold offers. And then I'm going to teach you the sales strategies you need to sell high end. And then from there, we're going to get on the phone and we're going to make some sales. That's just what we're going to do. So get Daphne's download. I think that she's got some incredible insights and wisdom that she's had on this little journey. It's been a short journey. She's got way more to come, but I think it will help you to see it from somebody else's point of view, because I can beat you over the head all day and say, this is why you need to do it. This is why you need to do it. This is why you need to do it. So I wanted to bring somebody else on who's done it. Like, she's done something that most people think is not possible to do.
It's very, very possible.
Right? You thought it was going to take you months to get here, and you're here. And the deal is, guys, you need to learn how to wake up every day and know that you can depend on yourself and count on yourself to create revenue and income anytime you need it. Anytime you need it. That's a priceless skill set. Priceless skill set. So bit.ly/5lessons guide is where you can get that download from Daphne. Go there and get it now. I don't think I see any more questions. Daphne, is there anything else you wanted to say before we wrap this up?
I just wanted to make sure everyone put in there, Shameca, I need to attend, or whatever the wording was. I hope that's the comments that they're putting in there.
I need to be in the room.
It's like, even though people think that I am an anomaly, after doing this, I shouldn't be. Like, I really don't think that I should be. And I'm the first person to tell you that, yes, it was uncomfortable, but after doing it, this is something that so many people can do. Like, even just going to your event, I think they'll be like, all right, I'm done. I got this.
I honestly believe that. Like, my desire is to transfer skill set, but also the courage for you to be who you need to be. It's all about leading by example. And so I wanted to bring a powerful example of when you make a decision that you're just going to go for it, and not willy-nilly. Like, there was strategy behind it, but more than the strategy, there was the conviction that this is what needs to be done and here's what I'm going to do. And focusing on that just for 7 days straight totally transformed her business. Completely transformed her business from, like, okay, where are these high-end clients, or where are these clients who want to pay me, because everybody that gets on the phone doesn't want to pay my $95, right? To now, like, somebody who wants to pay $95, she's okay with, like, I'm not the girl for you, right? Here's what I have that's available. Here's some of my free stuff, and here's who I serve. And now we're looking at a $20K month, right? Yep. All right, loves. So Quinteria is asking a question, and this is really, really funny that you're asking this question, because we're sitting here talking about how we're selling and there's no landing pages and no sales pages, and she's like, where's the link to the event? All right, so this is what you need to type in, guys. Let me take this down. So if you want more information on the event, just type, I need to be in the room. So if you know that's you and you're ready for a change, you need to be in the room. Just type, I need to be in the room. I need to be in the room. Anybody who's ever been to one of my live events, it's not like the stuff that you've been to before. You're not going to leave there the same. You're going to come out a different woman. You're going to come out a different man. You're going to come out a different person, a different leader, a different with sales and how you show up in your business. Nothing's going to stay the same. So all you need to type in the comments so that I know is I need to be in the room. Thank you. I see some people typing that now, and I will reach out to you to make sure you get the information you need. There's more coming. I need to be in the room. Awesome. So that we can connect and find out if this is a good fit for you, because it might not be, but I want to see where you are. And if I'm the person that's meant to lead you, guide you, walk side by side through the fire with you on this journey, then I'm willing and able. I'm reaching out for you. I'm coming for you right now because I want you to experience your 20K, your 10K, your 30K, your 50K months, and your multiple six-figure business. It's not that hard, right? Here's what I want to say. I'm not going to say it's not that hard. Okay, I'm going to say it's simple. The work is work. It's not easy, but it is simple, and it's more simple than you think. And I bet you are leaving money on the table every single freaking day.
Yes.
All right, guys. I guess we're done because I could preach forever. So I'm going to stop. And then again, Daphne, anything else you want to wrap up and say to the people, and then we're going to deuces and peace out.
Oh, so much. Just make sure you're in the room. That's what I got. Make sure you're in the room.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to make sure that I reach out to everybody who says they wanted to be in the room. I appreciate you, Daphne. I appreciate you, girl. I'm so excited for what's going to happen in the next few months that we have working together. I appreciate you guys for being here live with us. We're going to take off. I'm starting a new series next week, so look out for that. I think it's called the sales traps or high-end sales trap, the traps that have you stuck. So I'm starting that on Monday. So make sure you turn on your notifications and join me for that series. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Thanks so much, Shameca.
You're welcome.
You're still live?